Welcome everyone to another episode of PTC Live. Today we're joined by the incredible instructor herself, Jessica Cross. Jessica, welcome to PTC Live. We're so excited to have you here today.
I'm excited to be here.
This is fantastic. And so for those of y'all at home, I think it's really important that you know that Jessica Cross is an incredible ECE instructor. Jessica has spent years in the field as an ECE instructor, as an ECE director, and now runs our ECE program here at Pickens Technical College, where Jessica is preparing the next group of ECE instructors for the field. So we're just so excited to talk about that today. Jessica, can you tell us about some of the skills that the students learn here in your ECE program?
Sure. We focus heavily on child development, and the unique thing about this program is that what we learn in the classroom, we can then take to Kids Tech, which is our on-site internship location where my students get the opportunity to work with children, infant through 4 or 5-ish years old. We plan curriculum in here, we plan all sorts of stuff, and then the students get to then take it and take more of a teacher role and implement it within Kids Tech.
That's fantastic. So the students get to spend half the day, the bulk of the day. How much time do they spend in here? And then how much time do they get to spend in Kids Tech?
Class periods are typically 3 hours long. So they spend half the time in here with me learning the content, and then they spend the other half in Kids Tech implementing the content that they learned.
What a fantastic opportunity. So Jessica, can you tell us a little bit more in depth? What is exactly the students are doing with their time in the Kids Tech facility?
Yeah, sure. The students, they spend their half the period in Kids Tech helping the teachers. They get to interact with the students. I'm big on having the students get down on the children's level and, getting that one-on-one interaction and getting to know each and every single student. They plan and implement curriculum, so that could be math or science, an art project, and they collaborate with the teachers to figure out, what theme they're working on for that month or that week or whatever it may be. And so they get a lot of time to collaborate with the teachers and kind of plan together.
What an incredible experience that they get to spend about half the time with you in here learning all the theory, everything you would learn in a traditional education program. And then they get the opportunity to go literally next door and test it out in the field, get that hands-on experience. It's pretty special.
It's amazing.
Wow. For our audience at home, it's important that we just let them know that the students, when they leave your program, they're able to continue pursuing their ECE certification. Have you got any feedback that perhaps they wanted to expand what they'd be eligible to do post leaving your program?
Yeah, absolutely. Many of the students who come through the ECE program don't necessarily want to go into ECE specifically, but more so of an elementary education role. But what's neat about coming through ECE is that these students leave with ECE credentials, and so they typically will work in a childcare setting as they're going to school to get a degree in like elementary education or whatever it may be that they were wanting to do.
Okay. So we got that feedback that from the students, they're looking to ensure that their opportunities were expanded. And so I think this is a really exciting opportunity to tell the audience about A2T, or our Apprenticeship to Teaching program.
Yes, absolutely. The majority of the students that come through the program, like I said, don't necessarily want to go into childcare, but more of teaching the older kiddos. And so after this school year, we are transitioning the ECE program to an Apprenticeship to Teaching program. We're going to offer 2 college classes that focus more so on elementary education. And then the really exciting part is we are partnering with APS, and we will pretty much create like a teacher pipeline. So that students who come into the A2T program will have the opportunity to be hired on in the district as paras in elementary schools. So they can get that really valuable hands-on experience.
This is super exciting. And this is a tremendous announcement. So this Apprenticeship to Teaching program is really exciting because essentially this develops a pipeline of instructors locally here. It's a grow your own pipeline here in Aurora Public Schools. And so the opportunity for our high school students here in Aurora to get the opportunity to take, to earn college credits, to take coursework with Jessica herself, but then move into the elementary classroom. So this is all really exciting.
All while they get paid. It's an apprenticeship. And it's a really good opportunity to get your foot into a school district if you are wanting to go into education.
I think that's a really important point to highlight. So they get paid?
Yep, an apprenticeship is paid. So you'll be paid. You'll be hired on through HR, just like Andrew and I were, and you'll be the students will be paid paras in the district.
Jessica, another really exciting thing about the Apprenticeship to Teaching program is that this connects deeply to our Promise 54 work that we're doing here in the district, and it helps to build a diverse pipeline of educators here in Aurora Public Schools. And so it's really exciting. Again, this ties back to building our own, creating a talent pipeline right here in APS. So this is something else.
Absolutely, and it will be so diverse because it's open to any high school senior within Aurora Public Schools. So it's not just one specific high school. If you go to a high school in APS, then you are eligible to take this program.
Wow, this is so exciting. And I think about, I'm just reflecting on my journey becoming first an elementary educator. I had to do that in college. So the opportunity to do that in high school and be paid for it is really powerful.
Absolutely.
Wow, I'm really excited about this opportunity.
I am more than thrilled. Like, I can't contain my excitement. I think this will be a step in the right direction for the ECE program and for the students in APS.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing this with us, sharing this with the audience. And what you said there, that really resonated. Like, this has been a dream for a while. And it's important that everyone knows tons of work has happened behind the scenes here. Jessica has been working on this for years. And so we're so excited to be able to announce this. There's still some more details that we're continuing to work out. But it's great to have you, one, be able to announce it to our audience here. And have you been doing any of this work, sharing it with any of the high schools?
Actually, I have been traveling from high school to high school with the executive internship team because next year I'm actually going to partner up with executive internship and because they do internships in every career field. I will focus on the teaching career field, and so we're kind of going to join forces. And we've been going out to the different high schools to promote the program. We have this wonderful presentation that we give, and then that allows the students to kind of understand better what we do, what we're there for, and so we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from those meetings that we've been having, and so it's been really wonderful to go out and see all the students that are interested in joining the executive internship program and apprenticeship to teaching.
Fantastic. And so when we think about the students that are going to be in your class, so let's say I am a junior right now and I am in Aurora Public Schools, what would be my next steps? Like, who should I speak to? What should I do to help ensure that I can get a spot in this apprenticeship to teaching program?
It's a great question. So there are certain requirements that have to be met in order to be eligible for the program. This program is only for seniors, so you must apply your junior year. There's a 3.0 GPA minimum, but if you have like a 2.9, 2.8, and you're right on that cusp, maybe you had a tough freshman year and your GPA is just not quite there. All we just ask is to have a quick discussion and say, hey, this is what happened my freshman year, and we can see attendance records and grades to see the rest of your high school career. And there's a link that we've been sending out in order to apply for the program. There's a plethora of questions you have to ask. And then also there's a requirement for 2 references that you can send out, like to a teacher or a counselor or your boss. And so then we're going to hold interviews And yeah, so it's not like a super quick process, but it's the process is made for workforce readiness skills. We're gonna, there's interviews and there's all sorts of stuff that will prepare you for life after high school.
So Jessica, I think we're definitely showing the audience just what an incredible instructor you are and how passionate you are about your program. Could you kind of share, like, what's the most special thing about your program? Like, what do you really love the most?
What I love the most is actually just the atmosphere of Pickens as a whole. So my program, obviously we work very close with Kids Tech and the teachers in Kids Tech, but also we collaborate with auto. My students get a chance to go into auto and learn new skills. And so we kind of reverse roles. The auto students plan a lesson for my students on like basic car maintenance, and then also like construction. The kiddos from Kids Tech, they go into construction every year, and they get to build like little wooden figurines. It's something different every single year, and they go in there and paint it. We've done like child haircuts in Cosmo, or x-rays in dental. So I just love the collaborative piece here, and that my students can not only collaborate with Kids Tech, but the Kids Tech students, along with my students, get to collaborate with other classes offered at Pickens as well.
Wow, that definitely helps to illustrate the level of cross-collaboration that's happening here at Pickens between programs. That is so neat. We're talking about kids' haircuts, building wooden homes, learning about basic auto care. It's really neat.
It really is.
That's incredibly special. Thank you so much for sharing that. So Jessica, as we launch into apprenticeship to teaching, what kind of student are you looking to recruit for this program?
Students who think they might want to go into education, or students who just know for a fact they want to be a teacher. We're looking for responsible students, again, because these students will be hired on as paras in the district, so there has to be a certain level of responsibility there. And just a student who's passionate about students and changing lives, and just loving what they do.
That's really powerful. Yeah, I mean, we all here care so much about Aurora Public Schools, and so the opportunity to recruit that next generation of students that are going to be in classrooms serving APS students is just really powerful. It's an immense responsibility, and I'm so excited about apprenticeship to teaching and the opportunity that these students are going to have next year. And they are very lucky to have you at the helm of this, because it's going to be quite the program. So we're really excited to see the students that we do recruit for the fall of 2022.
I could not be more excited to see. We've put so much work into this program, so I'm super excited to see what next year brings, and what APS gains from it, as well as the students and the experience they're going to get.
Well, Jessica, thank you so much for taking the time out of your very busy day. Clearly, you can see Jessica has a lot on her plate, and so we just appreciate you taking the time, spending the time, talking to the audience at home about the ECE program as we transition into our apprenticeship to teaching. And so excited for all that there is to come. And so thank you so much for taking the time today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very passionate about this work, and I just love talking about it.
Thank you so much. All right, so everyone at home, I hope you have a wonderful day, and we can't wait to see you back here for another episode of PTC Live. Take care, everyone.